Good day everyone, welcome to this video lesson, and today we will talk about the application of quadratic equation that has something to do with the digit related problem, work problem, and motion problem. Okay, so I'm just giving you examples on how to solve this type of problems. So maari itong video na ito ay hindi sapat, pero kahit paano makakakuha kayo ng idea kung paano mag-solve ng problems tulad ng digit-related problems, work problems, and motion problems. Okay? So let's start.
Problem number 1. The sum of the digits of two-digit number is 13. The tens digit is 17 less than the square of the units digit. Find the number. So we are looking for a certain number wherein the sum of the digits is 13. Okay? So we have to make a representation first. Saan manggagaling yan? Doon sa first sentence ng worded problem. Ano yun? The sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 13. Kung sinabi natin two-digit number, halimbawa nun ay 12, 23, 45. So tag two-digit. Ibig sabihin, yung place value doon ay yung unit at saka yung tens. So, ipalagay natin ang units digit ay x. So, ang tens digit must be 13 minus x. Bakit? Kasi yung sum daw nila ay 13. So, if you add x plus 13 minus x, so makakancel na si x. 13 na lang matitira. Ang sum nila ay 13. Okay? Kung si unit digit ay x at saka si tens ay 13 minus x, ano yung original number? So, the original number is 10 times 13 minus x plus the units times 1. Kaya natin minultiply si 13 minus x sa 10 kasi yun yung place value niya, yung kinalalagyan niya. Tens. Nasa tens place siya. So, ay multiply siya sa 10. Si unit naman ay multiply sa 1. Ayan, x na lang. 1 times x is equal to 1x rather. Okay? So, then we'll make an equation. So, yung pangalawang sentence naman doon sa equation, siyang gagamitin natin para makagawa ng equation. Ang sabi doon, the tens digits is 17 less than the square of the units digit. Okay? So, the tens, we are referring to 13 minus x. Yung s ay katumbas siya ng equal. You have 17 less than the square of the units. Pag translate mo itong 17 less than the square of the units, sabi yung units, square mo, then minus 17. Okay? So, kaya ang magiging result niya ay 13 minus x equals x squared minus 17. Okay, kasi yung tens digit, so 13 minus x, yung tens, yung s equal, then 17 less than the square of the units, so ibig sabihin, the square of the units, then less than minus 17, yung parang pabalik yung pagsasalin into mathematical symbols. So, hindi siya pwedeng 17 minus x squared. It should be x squared minus 17. So, that's the equation now. So, we are going to solve this equation to find the value of x. So, you have to write this equation in standard form. So, kaya yan naging x squared plus x minus 30. Kasi itong negative x na ito, ililipat natin sa papuntang right side. Okay, magiging positive x. Si 13 naman, ililipat mo sa right side. So, magiging negative 13. So, 17 minus 13. So, you have negative 30. Okay, so, ang equation natin ngayon ay x squared plus x minus 30. So, equals 0. So, we have to factor x squared plus x minus 30. So, we have x plus 6 times x minus 5. Then equate its factor to 0. So we have x plus 6 equals 0. And the other one is x minus 5 equals 0. Then we have to solve for x now. So we simply transpose positive 3 to the right side. So you have x equals negative 3. And the negative 5 in the second equation, pag transpose yan sa right side, magiging positive 5. So we have two values of x, negative 6 and 5. So we will take now the 5 as the units digit. So yung tens naman niya is represented by 13 minus x. So papalitan natin si x ng 5. So magiging 13 minus 5. So which is equal to 8. So ito ngayon yung tens digit. Okay? So therefore, the number is 85. So 85. So 8 times 10 is 80 plus 5. So 85. So 85 now is the number that we are looking for. Bakit hindi pwede si negative 6? Eh kasi pag sinubstitute natin si negative, kung i-consider natin si negative 6 as what we call this, as the units, paano naman itong 13 minus x? So magiging 2-digit number yung tens value. So hindi po pwede. So yung 5 lang talagang siyang tatanggapin na unit digit. Okay? So,
Problem number 2. Mr. Cruz can paint a house in 2 days less than his son. When they work together, they can do the job in 4 and 4 over 9 days. How long would it take each working alone to do the job? Okay, so this is an example of work problems. And if we are solving work problem, you must know this formula. Work equals rate times the time. So ito ay mahalaga na alam mo kasi ito ay magiging guide kung paano isosolve yung problem na yan. Okay? So let us make a representation. So yung representation natin will be based on the first sentence. Yung number of days na magagawa ni Mr. Cruz yung pagpipaint sa house ay dinidescribe base doon sa bilang ng araw din na matatapos ng kanyang anak yung pagpipaint ng house. So, but we do not know the number of days that his son can do the job alone. So, sabihin natin, let x be the number of days that the son can do the job alone. So, x days. Kung x days matatapos ng kanyang anak yung pagpipaint ng house, so gaano katagal naman matatapos ni Mr. Cruz? So, magiging x minus 2 lang. X minus 2. That's the number of days that Mr. Cruz can do the job alone. Okay? So, ngayon, kukunin natin yung rate ni son. Paano ba makukuha ang rate ng anak niya? Rate, ibig sabihin yung bilis ng kanyang paggawa. So, it should be 1 over x. Bakit 1 over x? Kasi yung 1, if we are talking about work problem, it always represent a complete work. Yung number 1. Nagre-represent siya ng isang complete work. Kaya 1 over x, yun yung work rate ng son. Kasi kung i-manipulate mo itong formula na work equals rate times the time, makukuha mo ang rate niya sa work, complete work over the time. Gaano naman kabilis si Mr. Cruz sa pagpipaint ng house? It should be 1 over x minus 2. That's the work rate of Mr. Cruz. Okay? Now, doon sa pangalawang sentence, sabi, when they work together, they can do the job in 4 and 4 over 9 days. So, kung silang dalawa magtatrabaho ng sabay, so matatapos nila yung pagpipaint ng house sa loob ng 4 and 4 over 9 days. Okay? Para mas madali natin ito maintindihan na 4 over 9 days, pwede natin yan i-change to improper fraction. So, ano ba improper fraction nito? It should be 40 over 9. Bakit 40 over 9? Yung 9 times 4, 36 plus 4, 40. Then copy the denominator 9. Okay? So, yun yung tagal o araw, bilang ng araw na matatapos yung pagpipaint kung silang dalawa ay mag-work together. Okay? So, kung yan ang pagbabasihan natin, ano ba yung part na nagawa? Paano ba i-compute yung work na nagawa ng kanyang anak? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, para makuha yon, i-multiply natin yung number of days doon sa rate nung anak. 1 over x times 40 over 9. Yun yung rate yun yung part ng work na nagawa ng kanyang anak, at yung part naman na nagawa ni Mr. Cruz should be 40 over 9 times 1 over x minus 2. O kaya magkakaroon tayo ng 40 over 9x, yung part of work done by his son, at yung 40 over 9 times x minus 2, yun naman yung part of work done by Mr. Cruz. Okay? So, ito na ngayon ang basis natin sa paggawa ng equation. So, anong equation natin? So, i-add natin yung 40 over 9x plus 40 over 9, yung part na nagawa ng kanyang anak, plus the part na nagawa ni Mr. Cruz equal sa 1. Kasi yung 1, it refers to the complete work. So, ito ngayon ay equation reducible to quadratic equation. So, solve for x. Okay? So, pag sinolve natin ito, i-clear yung equation, kunin natin yung kanilang LCD. Ang LCD niya ay x minus 2 times 9x, multiply natin sa magkabilang side. So, ibig sabihin itong LCD na ito multiply dito, pagkatapos ito din multiply sa susunod distributive, tsaka itong nasa right side. So, ang mangyayari dyan, ang result ay ganito, 40x. Yan, paano yan naging 40x na yan? Kasi kung ito ay multiply natin dito, then the 9 and x minus 2 ay makakancel yan. Ikakancel na lang natin. Cancel ito, cancel yan, cancel. Matitira x. So, x times 40, 40x. Tapos, ito na ulit, i-multiply mo sa pangalawang term, itong 40 over 9x. So, makakancel yung 9x. So, matitira yung x minus 2. Kaya, naging 40 times x minus 2. Tapos, ito naman, i-multiply mo itong 1 times 9x times x minus 2, magiging 9x squared minus 18x. Tapos, i-distribute natin itong 40 times x minus 2. Kaya, ang magiging result natin dyan ay 40x minus 80. Kasi 40 times x, 40x, 40 times negative x. Negative 80, rather. So, itong 40x at saka 40x, i-combine natin, magiging 80x yan. Tapos, ililipat natin papunta dito sa right side. Okay? So, magiging negative 80x, may negative 18x, so negative 98x. Tapos, itong negative 80, ta-transpose natin, so magiging positive 80. Kaya, ang mangyayari dyan is 9x squared minus 98x plus 80 equals 0. Then we have two factors. Okay, 9x squared minus 98x plus 80 ay naging 9x minus 8 times x minus 10 equals 0. So, yun yung factors niya. Okay, then equate its factor to 0. 9x minus 8 equals 0 and x minus 10 equals 0. Then find x. X now is equal to 8 over 9 at saka x equals 10. So, magiging critical tayo kasi may dalawang value ni x. So, alam natin na yung x nagre-represent the number of days the son can do the job alone. Okay. Hindi po pwede si 8 over 9 kasi yung 8 over 9, ibig sabihin hindi pa yan, hindi sakto isang araw yun. Diba? Kasi yung x number of days imaginein mo if they will work together. If they will work together, matatapos nila yung trabaho in 4 and 4 over 9 days. O mahigit 4 na araw. Tapos, yung mag-isa lang yung anak matatapos is wala pang isang araw. So, this 8 over 9 is rejected. So, ano yung sagot? Yung 10. So, ibig sabihin nun, the son can do the job alone in 10 days. Kung matatapos ng anak niya in 10 days, gaano na mga katagal matatapos ni Mr. Cruz? Matatapos ni Mr. Cruz sa loob ng 8 days. Okay, so this is how we solve the problem, work problem. So again, the final answer is that the son can do the job alone in 10 days while Mr. Cruz can do the job in 8 days. Okay? Problem number 3. A car travels 15 kilometers per hour faster than a truck. The car goes 360 km in 2 hours, less time than it takes the truck to travel the same distance. Find the speed of the car and the truck. So this problem, itong problem na ito ay example of motion problem. Pag motion problem, yung sinosolve natin, dapat alam natin itong formula. Distance equals rate times the time. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung work problem at saka motion problem ay halos magkaparehas lang sila. Okay? Tingnan nyo yung formula. Parang yung D, yung W kanina ay napalitan lang ng D. So, equals R times T. Yung R is the rate, bilis. Yung T is the time. So, pag sinabi natin time, hindi lamang yun yung 7 hours. It could be days, months, and so on. Okay? So, let us make a representation. Okay? So, sabi dito sa first sentence, a car travels 15 km per hour faster than a truck. So, ibig sabihin, inilalarawan yung bilis ni car base doon sa bilis ng truck. Unfortunately, we do not know the rate of the truck. Kaya iyon ang i-represent natin ng variable. So, let x be the rate or the speed of the truck. So, yung x. Kung x yung rate or speed ng truck, so therefore, x plus 15 naman yung rate ng car. Kasi sabi na, a car travel 15 km per hour faster than the truck. So, mas mabilis siya ng 15 kph. Okay? So, yun yung rate ni car. So, kukunin natin yung time. Kasi sabi doon, the car goes 360 km in 2 hours, less time than it takes the truck to travel the same distance. Yung distansya na na-travel nila, 360. So, distance divided by the rate, yun yung time. So, ang time na-spent ni truck to travel 360 kilometers is 360 over x. Yan, kaya 360 over x, yun yung time. Okay, yung time na naman na-spend by the car traveling 360 km is 360 over x plus this 15. Kasi para makuha yung time, yung distance i-divide mo lang sa rate. Ayan. So ito ngayon ang magiging basis natin sa paggawa ng equation. Now, so sabi dito sa pangalawang sentence nga na mabilis kasi si car. So mas less ng 2 hours yung kanyang na-spend para matravel niya yung 360 kilometers. So, ibig sabihin, yung difference ng time nila ay 2. Kaya ito ang gagamitin natin para makagawa tayo ng equation. Itong time spent by the truck traveling 360 minus the time spent by the car in traveling 360 equals 2. So, yun yung difference nila. Kaya ang equation natin ngayon ay 360 over x minus 360 over x plus 15 equals 2. This equation is based on the second sentence of the problem. So, ito ay equation reducible to quadratic equation. So, we can now solve for x. To solve x, kiklear natin ang equation. When we clear the equation, we multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. So, ito lang galing yan sa denominator para matanggal yung denominator. So, itong expression na ito, i-multiply natin dito sa 360 over x. So, makakancel ngayon yung x. So, ibig sabihin, 360 times x plus 15. Tapos, pagkatapos, ito ulit, multiply natin dito sa pangalawang term. 360 over x plus 15 times dito. Makakancel yung 15. Kaya, magiging x times 360 na lang. Tapos, i-multiply yung nasa right side naman, i-multiply natin. Kaya, ang magiging result niyan ay 360 times x plus 15. Kasi na-cancel itong x eh. So, ito lang ang minultiply. Minus, na-cancel naman yung 15. So, yung x na lang at saka 360x. Equals 2x times x, 2x squared. Then, 2x times 15, 30x. So, i-distribute natin itong 360 dito sa x plus 15. Kaya, ang magiging result ay, ayan, 360x plus 5,400 minus 360x equals 2x squared plus 30x. Kung makikita natin, makakancel itong 360 x at saka ito na 360. So, maging 5,400 na lang matitira dito sa left side. Tapos, ililipat natin ito papuntang right side. So, magiging negative 5,400. So, yan ang magiging result. Pero makikita mo, yung mga numbers involved in this equation are all divisible by 2 kasi even numbers sila. So, we can reduce the equation para mas madali natin ma-solve. So, you have x squared plus 15x minus 2,700 na lang. Kasi, dinivide natin ito sa 2, yung coefficient ni x squared. Diba? Kaya naging ganito ang result. Tapos, ipa-factor natin itong x squared plus 15x minus 2,700. Kaya maging x minus 45 times x plus 60 equals 0. Then equate its factor to zeros. So, to 0, so you have x minus 45 equals 0, x plus 60 equals 0. Then we can find the x now. X is 45 and negative 60. So, we have two values of x. So, siyempre, i-analyze natin, alin ba itong dalawa ba pwedeng maging sagot? So, yung isa kasi negative. You are talking about the rate, yung bilis noong truck. So, ibig sabihin, dapat positive yung involved dito. So, i-reject natin yung negative 60. Yung 45 ang siyang kukonsider natin rate or speed of the truck. Kasi yun yung na-represent natin sa X. So, ibig sabihin, yung 45 kilometers per hour, yung speed of the truck. Tapos, yung 60 kilometers per hour, yun naman yung speed ng car. Paano nakuha ito si 60? Kasi ang representation natin sa rate or speed ng car ay x plus 15. Yung x, ang value ay 45, kung saan yun yung rate ng truck. So, 45 plus 15, you have 60. Kaya ang sagot natin, 45 km per hour yung speed ng truck at 60 km per hour yung speed ng car. Okay? So, that is how we solve motion problem. This is an application of quadratic equation. Okay? We try to solve this problem. A car travels 10 km per hour faster than a truck. The car goes 600 km in 5 hours, less time than it takes the truck to travel the same distance. Find the rate of each vehicle in kilometers per hour. Okay, you solve this problem and write your answer below the comment section. Okay, so I hope you learned something from our discussion, particularly this application of quadratic equation. Yung number 1, a digit-related problem, yung work problem, at saka motion problem. Okay, so maraming salamat at sana i-practice ninyo yung pagsusolve ng ganitong problem para mas maging madali para sa inyo ang pagsusolve ng ganitong mga problems. Okay, thank you.